Landlord-tenant law in the United States is state law. There is no federal landlord-tenant code. So how long a notice has to run, how much deposit you can hold, when you can enter, what happens when a repair gets ignored, that all comes from the statute of the state the property sits in, and often from a city ordinance on top of it. This is tenantscreeningbackgroundcheck.com, and this is the short version of what changes between states and what doesn't. That's why the same situation has different answers in different states, and why any source giving you one national number is wrong somewhere. Most state acts cover the same ground: what has to be disclosed at signing, what the landlord must maintain, how much can be held as a deposit, and what happens to it at the end, when the landlord can enter, and the notice then court sequence for ending a tenancy. What differs is almost never the list of topics. It's the numbers attached to them. Two states can both say the deposit must come back promptly with an itemization and mean 14 days in one and 60 in the other, with one imposing double damages for a late return and the other imposing none. The obligation is shared. The consequence is local. Federal law sets a floor on a few specific things, not a general framework. The Fair Housing Act governs discrimination. The Fair Credit Reporting Act governs how a tenant screening report can be used. And lead-based paint disclosure applies to most housing built before 1978. Beyond those, it's state law. 5 areas diverge most. Security deposits, caps range from none at all to a fixed multiple of rent, and return deadlines commonly run about 14 to 60 days. Notice periods, non-payment commonly about 3 to 14 days, curable violations about 3 to 30, ending a month-to-month about 30 to 90. Entry. Most states want advance notice, commonly around 24 hours. Some set no statutory period at all. Repairs. Repair and deduct in many states. Rent withholding in some. Neither in a few. Rent regulation. A small number of states permit it, and several stop cities from adopting it. 2 things are close to universal. Retaliating against a tenant for exercising a legal right is prohibited nearly everywhere, and self-help eviction, changing locks, shutting off utilities, is prohibited in essentially every state. The lawful route runs notice, then court, then a sheriff. Where you hear a range in this video, look up your state's number. Don't use the range as the answer. The full state-by-state guide is at tenantscreeningbackgroundcheck.com. Every state, DC, and Puerto Rico, and the link is in the description. If this was useful, hit like and subscribe. We're publishing landlord-tenant law guides covering every state, and most of the disputes these rules govern start at move-in, not move-out. Tenant screening background. Check. Has been verifying renters since 2004. Credit, eviction filings, criminal background, and employment across all 50 states and DC. Like and subscribe and see the links below.